Okay, everybody. So now, welcome back. How was your break from the vacation? And now we're back to business because today we're gonna be discussing our central limit theorem. Yay! So what is the central limit theorem? The central limit theorem states that. So let me write it for you. Anong ibig sabihin ng central limit theorem? Central limit theorem. Just like a normal distribution, such that if the population is endless or infinite, we take large samples of n so that we can still make a normal with its mean coinciding at the center and the standard is more sampled. Okay, so that's the meaning of central limit theorem. So when we say central limit theorem, class, it's just like a normal distribution. Pero what does it mean? What does it mean in particular? Sabi dito, it's just like a normal distribution. Pero ang if the population is endless or infinite, we take the large sample size of n, lowercase n, so that we can make sure make a normal distribution with its mean coinciding at the center and the standard deviation more sampled. Ganito kasi yun. Diba last time when we did our simple problems about basic concepts about sampling distribution, diba let's say for example, we have the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The population is finite. Ibig sabihin naka-terminate. There is a terminating numbers in the population. Pero let's say for example, if the population is infinite, like for example, sa school, di ba remember normally, if there are only 3 schools in the Philippines, then we can only choose 2 out of those 3 schools. And that is a finite population. But let's say what if there were like more than 3 schools and there's many more schools to survey. Like, di ba, we have University of Santo Tomas, University of the Philippines, De La Salle University, Ateneo, and many other schools pa. They're so infinite. Kaya nga, that is what we call an infinite population. And for the sake of infinite population, we take larger sample sizes of n. And then, even though that were so, we can still formulate a normal distribution based on the histogram. Even though we take sample sizes of those from an infinite population, we can still make the normal distribution. Kaya yun ang ibig sabihin ng central limit theorem. Because it says here, the mean is still coinciding at the center because what did I tell you about the sampling distribution of sample means? The mean of the population is always equivalent to the mean of the sampling distribution. So that's why yung mean na yan, it's always the same. It's always the center. It's always at the central stage. While the standard deviation is more standardized and more sampled. That's why nga, di ba, remember what is our formula? The normal formula for Z goes like this. Di ba normally ang Z formula ay X minus mu divided by sigma. That will give you the Z in a normal distribution. This is for normal. Pero for the sake of sampling, let's say for example, remember going back to number 1, there are, there are crocodiles, diba? The average, let's go back, the average weight of crocodiles is 80 kilograms, with a standard deviation of 10 kilograms. Tapos, let's say for example, suppose that if we select 10 of those crocodiles, that is when we have the sample size n. Because the standard deviation is going to be divided by the square root of n to make it more standardized. Kaya nga ito yun. Diba remember this one now, if we're using sample, we have x bar. What does x bar mean? Ibig sabihin the sample mean, or the random variable of the sample mean, of the sampling distribution. Of course, it's just like the same thing as what you do with a normal distribution. Same pa yung konsepto. Pero ano yung nakakaiba? Ito yun, ang standard deviation. I will color code it na lang. Diba ito yung standard deviation, diba naka-red. Pero meron siyang divide by square root of n. Ito yun. So therefore, yung naka-red, if you see class, lahat yung naka-red, ibig sabihin, yun ang kailangan namin i-simplify. So therefore, if we do the equation here, with this type of z, the standard deviation divided by the square root of n, ito talaga yung magsisimula. Because you're going to standardize or to simplify the standard deviation from the population. Kung sa tingin mo dito, ang sigma dito, this is from a normal distribution. Pero dito naman, on the other hand, when you see something like this, the sigma divided by the square root of n, that standard deviation is more sampled. So yun ang ibig sabihin ko dito. Okay? And you have to simplify this first so that you can sample your standard deviation. And pagkatapos dyan, with your new standard deviation on set, you can apply the same formula, x minus the mu, divided by the new standard deviation that you get in the sampling distribution of the sample means. And that's how it's meant to be done. Now, let's try it with a sample problem. Like, for example, in number 1, the mean average age of the females who are attending church at Christian Gospel Center is 30. Okay, so in this problem, di ba remember, I go to church every Sunday in CGC. Ngayon, I always go to church on Fridays dahil late ako gising. So, yan. And here is what happened. The mean age of the people in church is 30. And since Achi Rachel has just joined a small group, which is only for sisters, she wanted to ask 9 people regarding about their ages. Yan, di ba remember, ito yun. There's a big group and a small group. Kaya sabi ko sa'yo, you better join a small group na lang para mas simplified. Kaya that's when the sampling distribution is more implied. Para we don't need to get the whole population. Pero even though we take large samples, we can still formulate a normal distribution. Yan. And then, regarding about their ages. With 12 as the value of the standard deviation, solve for the following. First, let's compose the normal distribution if it were in the normal curve, if it were the normal. Yung naka-red, this one is the normal. So, what is our mean? 0, 1, 2, 3, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. What is the mean? 30. And then our standard deviation is 12. So this will become 42. This one becomes 54. This one becomes 66. On the left hand side, this becomes 18. This becomes 6. Then for negative 3, I. There can't be a negative age. And of course, negative 6 minus 12, that will become a negative number. And there's no such negative age like that. So, therefore, if we were to do a normal distribution, it will go like this. Pero, sabi dito, we are now using a standardized sampling distribution. So, yung naka-green that you see here, ito yun, di ba? Yung naka-green, this is the sampling distribution of the sample method. Of course, you will still apply the same formula. You will still have a normal curve that looks like this. Pero first, you need to standardize your sampling distribution. First, let's identify what the value of z is. Diba remember, our standard deviation is 12, diba? So, diba remember, this one, we work this first. So, ang sigma is 12, diba? Tapos, ang sample size n ay 9, diba? Kasi po sabi dito, we are selecting, she wanted to ask 9 people. Ibig sabihin, there are 9 people being selected from that population. So, there are only 9. Kaya nga na-sample na to. So, therefore, you have to apply this formula. So, sigma divided by the square root of n. So, what is sigma? Sigma is 12. Then, what is the n? 9. Pero naka-squared siya. We simplify this first. So, we simplify the square root and we get 12. Diba remember, our 12 will still be here. Tapos, ang square root of 9 will become 3. Then, when we divide this all together, you will have a new standard deviation of 4. So, therefore, what is the value of the standard deviation in the sampling distribution? Therefore, the value of the sampling distribution, the standard deviation of the sampling distribution is 4. So, that will be our new standard deviation. Okay. So, now, let's do this again. So, what is our mean? 30, diba? Now, we add 4. 34, 38, 42. See? Doesn't it look more simple now? Then, on the backhand side, we have 26, 22, 18. Now, we just apply the formula as follows. Now that we've already made our sampling distribution, it's time for us to solve for the answer using normal distribution. Okay, so let's answer the following questions. Of course, the concept is still the same, just like normal distribution. You know already the formula, x minus the mu divided by the standard deviation to give it the corresponding z-score. And then from there, locate it on the z-table to find that corresponding probability value, and that'll be your answer. But shade whatever is being asked. So let's solve. Letter A. Compute for the z-score of a 22-year-old sister. Of course, for the sake of the 22-year-old sister, meron siya dito. Ito yun. So when we solve for it using normal distribution, diba we have 22 minus 30 divided by 12 divided by the standard, which is divided by the square root of 9. This one will become, this here on top will become 8. This one, the square root of 9 is 3. And this one will become 4. So therefore, negative 8 divided by 4, z is negative 2. So tama, your z is negative 2. And that is the z-score. The z-score of a 22-year-old sister is negative 2. That's the answer. Next, letter B. Compute for the probability of selecting a sister whose age is below 26. Okay, so in this particular problem, we are looking for a sister whose age is below 26. And do you see 20? And just like what I told you in normal distribution problems, if you look at the raw score, nasaan yung 26? Hindi sa normal ha, pero sa sample. Nasaan ang number 26? Dito. So therefore, you look for 26 here and then you highlight. Pero what is it asking for? Selecting a sister whose age is below 26. Ibig sabihin, dito kailangan ka maghahanap. Okay? So yan. It asks for the one here. So this one is below 26. Now we just apply the formula for Z. 26 minus 30 divided by 12 divided by the square root of 9. This one becomes negative 4. Then this becomes 4. Tama, it's negative 1. And do you know what's the probability? Since it's asking for probability, what is the probability of negative 1? The probability of negative 1 is, diba, you know, from the z-score in my z-table, that's 34.13%. Pero if we subtract that from 0.5, diba, 0.5 minus 0.3413, this one will become 1, this one will become 5, this one will become 8, and 7. So this one becomes 15.87%, which is the answer. That's letter B. Next, letter C. Compute for the probability of selecting a sister who's older than 42 years of age. Yan yung madali. Ito yun. So ito yun. This one. So more than 42 years. And if you apply our Z table, it will go like this. 42 minus 30, 12 divided by square root of 9. This one will become 12. This one will become 4. And this 3. So the Z-score is 3. But since it's looking for probability, we need to find the probability of 3. And we know that the probability of 3 is 49.87%. But we want the one that is on to the right. So 0.5 minus 0.4987. Doing that, you will get 0, 0, 1, 3. So that's, move the decimal point, and it's 0.13%. That is the probability of selecting a sister whose age is more than 42 years of age in a sampling distribution. Now, letter D, find the probability of selecting an age from 30 to 38. Ito yun. 30 to 38. Teka, it's from the mean. It's from 0 until positive 2. So now we have to compute for the z-scores of both. But wait, for 0, we don't have to. Because about 30 minus 30 is just 0. And then 0 divided by 4 is just 0. So it starts here. And then, to 38, that is the z-score of 2. So therefore, we get positive 2. It matches, diba? Right now, we use the z-table, 38 minus 30 equals, ano yun? Then divide by 12 divided by the square root of 9. This one becomes, ano yun? 4. And this becomes 8. This becomes positive 2. And then the probability is what you call this? 45.52. Tama ba? If you memorize it. That's how it's meant to be done. Or I just rounded up to 45%. No, I remember it's 47.72%. 47.72%. Because it's from the mean up to this point. So yun lang. Now let's check our Microsoft Excel to see if we get the proper solution. So looking at our answers, negative 2 in letter A is correct. 15.86 is correct. Rounded it to 15.87%. And then that one is 0.13%. And then 47.72%. That's it. That's very easy. Of course, that implies using mental math. Yun lang, di ba? Here we standardize. Here we apply the normal distribution. Pero since we're using Excel, we just do it the normal way because it starts from negative infinity. Pero this one, since it's more than, it's 1 minus the normal distribution of this one, then true. And then here we subtract. Pero this one, ang ginawa ko dito, this is how I made the standard deviation. The standard deviation is 12 divided by the square root of 9. And doing that will give you this answer, which is 4. So yun nga, di ba? That's it. Now let's go to the next item. Alright, so now let's go to number 2. Here's the question. Are you ready? Brother John Tomas, it's still the same Christian problem, okay? Because we're still believing in the Lord Jesus. So therefore, we are going to do these problems pertaining to Christ. Are you ready? Let's go. Brother John Tomas wanted to know the heights of all the males attending church at Christian Gospel Center. However, just what I said, since it's a large population, if he were to survey all the males, ang kailangan niya gagawin ay he will survey 16 of the people only. So 16 of the people have been surveyed, and it turns out that the mean of the distribution is 5 feet, whereas the standard deviation is 16 inches. Okay, so first we need to convert the feet into inches. Ganito siya. Diba, remember, 1 foot is 12 inches, diba? Pero the standard deviation is 16 inches. So 16 inches, 16 divided by 12, that's 4/3. And that's 1 1/3 foot. So yan. And then, diba, remember, sabi dito, 5 feet. So 5 feet is equivalent to 60 inches. Yan. So you add 16 inches. So it's either we want to use foot or inches depending on the problem. Now let's go to the problem. But first, let's draw the normal curve. So again, our normal curve will look like this, diba? Ito po yung normal curve namin. We have our mean, 0, 1, 2, 3, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. Again, this is sampling distribution. So this is sampling distribution. So therefore, we are going to standardize our standard deviation. First, let's convert the standard deviation first. Diba sabi dito na ang sigma, what is the value of sigma? Sigma is 16. And then when we take n, 16. Diba? Teka, 16 double 16, standard deviation of 16, and then sample size of 16. So we have to convert our standard deviation, as you can see here. This will become 16 divided by the square root of 16. And what is 16 divided by the square root of 16? We know if we were to apply the laws of exponents, we know if you divide the exponent, divide 16 is raised to the first power. Tama? On the numerator. Whereas on the denominator, on the other hand, this 16 here is being raised to the 1/2 power. Remember that in the laws of exponents, whenever you have a fractional exponent, that can be translated to the root, with its denominator being the index of the root that you're taking. Like for instance, since we're doing square root, therefore the exponent must be 1/2. If you learn those laws of exponents, okay? And then we are doing division, so what we do to the exponents, we subtract the exponents. So 1 minus 1/2, diba remember 1 minus 1/2 cannot be. So therefore we have 1 whole minus 1/2. We can make that 2 halves. Well, minus 1/2 equals negative 1/2. Tama. So therefore that's negative 1/2. Okay? Wait lang po ah. And then we have 16 raised to the negative 1/2 power. If we do this via Excel, we have 1 minus 1/2. That is negative. That's negative 0.5. That's negative 1/2. And if you have a negative exponent, remember this will become 1 over 16 raised to the 1/2 power in translated form. Diba? And then we have that. This is supposed to be 1 over the square root of 16. And that's over. And that's ano yun? 4. Diba? So tama nga. That's 4. So tama. Therefore, the standard deviation is 1/4. Tama. That is how we sample it. So when we sample it, diba remember, ito yun. So going back to our standard deviation, we know if we were to take the square root of this is 16 divided by the square root of 16. And when we do that, the square root of 16 is 4. And 16 divided by 4 is 4. Actually, that's not supposed to be 1/4. Pero, I think for this one, I did it negative. Kaya nga, that's why I got it wrong. Gets ko na kasi nga this one, I made it one whole. 1 whole minus 1 half. Kasi po that's supposed to be 1 half rin. And 16 raised to 1 half. Hindi pwede siya maging negative. So dapat ang sagot dyan ay 4. Okay? So therefore, what's the value of our new standard deviation? The value of our new standard deviation is 4. Now going back to our normal distribution, what is our mean? Our mean is, okay, looking back at our word problems here, di ba sabi ko dito, the mean of the distribution is 5 feet. And then the standard deviation is 16 inches. Pero, divide by 4, 16 divided by 4 is 4. So, therefore, your new standard deviation is 4 inches. Alright? So, tama. So, therefore, we have 5 feet. This one will become 5 feet 4, 5 feet 8, 6 feet, 6 footer. This one will become 4 feet 8, 4 feet 4, 4 feet lamang. Tama? And that will be the heights of the distribution. That is exactly how you're gonna do it. Now, imagine, let's say kaya, if you are to use inches talaga, you will have to add it. Let's say, for example, this one, you know, 5 feet is 60 inches, diba? Then you add. So, this one will become, if you try it this way, let's do it in a normal distribution. So, this is 48 inches, 52 inches, 56 inches, 60, 64, 68, and 72. So, tama. The one you see here, yung ito, that is within feet. This one, yung naka-green, inches. Alright? You just need to apply the conversion. Now, back to the problem. So, let's go to item letter A. What is the z-score of a male whose height is exactly 4 feet and 8 inches? Ayan, 4 feet and 8 inches. Do you have a 4 feet and 8 inches in our standard deviation? Meron. 4 feet and 8 inches is right here at -1. And if we are going to solve for the z-score of it, we have to convert the 4 feet into inches. So 1 foot is worth 12 inches and 4 feet is 48. Then plus 8 is 56. So therefore that will be 56. And 56 minus the mean, which is 60, divided by 16, divided by the square root of 16, divided this one becomes -4. And this one becomes 16 divided by 4, 16, divided by square root of 16, this becomes 4, this becomes -1. So tama nang dito siya. So therefore that is the z-score. The z-score is -1. That's your answer in letter A. Next, letter B. What is the probability of selecting a male whose height is below 4 feet and 4 inches? Mabilis lang yun. Of course, looking at our normal distribution, where do you think is the 4 feet and the 4 inches? The 4 feet and the 4 inches, class, is right over here. Dito siya, sa -2. Of course, you are to convert that will be 52. And 52 minus 60 is -8. -8 divided by 4 is -2. And if we locate for -2 on the z table, therefore, we know the probability value of 2 is supposed to be 47.72%. Pero we need to subtract that by 50. So, therefore, that's gonna be 2, tama ba? 2.28%. Let's check by the z table. So, where's our z-score of 2? So, hindi ko makita kasi nga madilim. Let's put it to the light. So, yan. Our z-score of 2 is 47.72. And then, when we subtract that from 5, we get 2.28%. That is our answer. Next, letter C. Find the probability of selecting a male who's taller than a 6-footer. Ayan, mabilis lang yan. Halatang-halata nang dito siya. Ito yun. Taller than a 6-footer, that's 72 inches. And we know that's higher than 3. And it's just easy. 50% minus 49.87%. Hey, is that the problem that we got a while ago? So, yan. And that's 1.13%, which is the answer. Let's see in our z table for z of 3. Yes, it's 49.87%. So, therefore, that's 1.13%. So, therefore, that's 1.13%. No, that's 0.13% pala, not 1. Okay? As far as I can remember. So, yun. Next, letter D. Find the probability of selecting a male who has a height from 4 feet to 5 feet and 6 inches. Okay. So, in this particular problem, let's draw another normal curve. So, diba remember, it says here, what is the probability of selecting a male who has a height from 4 feet to 5 feet and 6 inches? So, 4 feet is right here. Dito siya sa -3. Pero, if you're looking for the 5 feet and 6 inches, nasan yun? Of course, just like what I told you, normal distribution, if there's no raw score that can be found within our standard deviation in our distribution, don't panic because we can still obtain that using the z-score formula. And one more thing, you have to observe that there's a clue. And the clue is it's somewhere in between the two values. Because it's asking for 5 feet and 6 inches. Where do you think the 5 feet and 6 inches belong to? That's right, in between 5 feet 4 and 5 feet 8. So dito siya somewhere. Although you're not so sure which is that z-score. But the clue is we know that it is somewhere between 1 and 2. Now, to verify what is the correct answer, let's apply the z-score formula and solve it. So we know that 5 feet and 6 inches, that's already equivalent to 66 inches. So 66 minus 60 is 6. In here, 16 divided by the square root of 16, that's 4. 6 divided by 4, that's the same as 3 halves. 3 halves is the same as 1 1/2. And 1 1/2 is 1.5. So therefore, the z-score is positive 1.5. Looking at our z-table, nasan kaya ang 1.5? Yan, 43.32%. That is the probability. That is 43.32%. Yan, that is from here up to this area. Pero teka, wait, that's not all. Kasi po, that is not the only answer I'm looking for. Because I'm also asking for, because this is the one I'm going, right? From the mean up to where we stop. Because I'm also asking from 4 feet to the mean. So we know that's -2. And we know that's supposed to be 47 point. And we know that 43.32% is added by 47 and 72%. So these two values must be added together. This one becomes 4, 0. This becomes 11, 9. So your final answer is 91.04%. That is your final answer. Okay? Because it's asking for this value. Ito yun. From 4 feet to 5 feet and 6 inches. Ito yung kailangan namin hinahanap. Yun na yun. Okay? Ayan. So that's what it's asking for. Now for the last item. Letter E. With a z-score of -0.06. How tall is that person? Okay. So in this formula, it just so happens that it implies the application of solving for the raw score. Pero, it's still the same pa rin. Kaya lang, we are now using a sample distribution. Di ba remember the formula for sampling distribution? For normal distribution, z is equivalent to x minus the mu divided by the standard deviation. Ngayon naman, it's this guy. Same pa rin. Pero ang standard deviation mo ay convert. Tama? Let's identify the given. Ang z namin ay -0.6. Ang mean namin ay 60 or 5 feet. Ang sigma namin ay 16 at ang n ay 16. Now, we need to solve for x. Ano yung value ni x? Kasi po, it asks for how tall is that person. Ibig sabihin, gaano katangkad yung tao na yan. So, ang kailangan namin hanap ay si x. Now, let's apply it. Let's put it in our formula. So, you have -0.6. And then, it's equivalent to x minus the mean, which is 60. And then, divide by 16 divided by square root of 16. Of course, when we simplify this one will become 4. This one becomes 4. 16 divided by 4 is 4. Diba? Now we have x. Now we're back to our normal distribution of solving for x when z is given. So what we do next? We multiply both sides by 4. So -0.6 times 4 is -2.4. That is what will happen. And then we have x minus 60. Now we add 60 to both sides. And that one will become 62.4. This one will become 10, 6, 59, 7, yan. 57.6. So, 57.6 is the value of x. That is how tall that person is. 57.6. Pero that's in inches. Let's say, for example, we want to convert that to feet. So, we apply the formula. So, 1 foot is worth 12 inches. Diba? 57. And then, 57.6 feet inches is divided by 12. So, ganito siya. Now, let's divide. So, we have this one, and we're supposed to get, ano yun? 12 times what gives me 57? 4. 48. 9.6. So, 96 divided by 12, that's 8. So, 4.8. So, that's 4.8 feet. So, therefore, that is 4.8 feet. Pero 4 feet is already equivalent to 48 inches. Pero what about the 0.8 feet? 0.8, 12 times 0.8, this becomes 0.96 inches. $9.6 inches. Yan. So, parang it's like 4 feet, 9 inches. Wait, tama ba? 12 times 8. Teka lang ha. Kasi po, diba remember, ito yun. Sige, let's see if I'm right. I do not know if this is correct, pero I have to check my Microsoft Excel to see if that is the right answer. Because we know that 1 feet is worth 12 inches. Tapos, we have 57.6. Check ko sa Excel ha. Okay, so let's review our answer so far. So, for letter A, ang sagot namin dapat ay -1. So, I standardize it. Standardize 56, 60. Diba remember, this is 56, and then 60, and then standard deviation to get -1. So, when we do, so, diba, this 4 that you see here, yung naka-highlight sa blue, that is how I divide 16 divided by the square root of 16. Ito yun. So, I type there, 16 divided by the square root of 16, and that'll be my sample standard deviation. Ito na yun. And the answer is 2.27% or 2.28%. Correct. Next, dito sa letter C, dito, because it asks for, what's the question again? Whose height is below 4 feet and 4 inches, that's yun nga, 2.28%. This one naman, who is a 6-footer, that one is 0.13%. That's the answer. This one naman, if it is ano yun, who has a height from 4 feet to 5 feet and 6 inches. The correct answer is 93.118%. Not this one. Pero that's alright. Kasi po, I thought kasi, di ba, the z-score of 1.5 is 43.32. And 43.32%, wait. Kasi nga, maybe siguro I shade the graph the wrong way. Tama nga, I did it wrong. Let's see muna. Diba, sabi ko dito, this is normal distribution of 66, 60, and then 4, then true, and then minus 48. Diba, remember, that's 48, diba? That's 3. At tama, ito yun, yung naka 48. And then yung, ano yun, yung si 66, that's 5 feet and 6 inches. Dito siya sa kitaan. And then minus that, because you remember, this is the one of the large, and then this is the one of the small, so that we can get this part. And then I sum of the probabilities together. So, tama nga. That's supposed to be the ay, tama. That's not 2. That's 3. So, dapat ay 49.87 dapat. So, when I add this is 43.32 plus 49.87, which is 3. This one becomes 9. This is 19. 13. So, tama. It's 93.19%. That is the final answer. I got the wrong z-score. I'm kind of sorry. So, yan. And then, for letter D, that is the answer. Tapos, yun nga. Sa last one, ito yung solution sheet na ginawa ko. 0.6 times 4, then plus the mean of 60, and we get the answer of 57.6. And did you know that 57.6, if we were to convert that, that is 4 feet and tama. Tama nga, that's 4 feet and 9.6 inches. Tama, 4 feet yan and 9.6 inches. So therefore, the height of that person is 4 feet and 9.6 inches, which is somewhere here. Tama, it makes sense. So yun lang. So those are the concepts of sampling distribution.